Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about new luxury releases. So I wanted to go through some of these new releases that are out. Basically some of these had already been mentioned in the newsletter, but some of you are not signing up to the newsletter. I don't know why. Please go subscribe. It's linked below. It comes out once a week. I try and send it on Fridays, sometimes on weekends, sometimes Mondays. It just depends, but I try and send it out like once a week. Whitelist my email and then you'll be able to get it. Let's go through this new bag from Alaia. This is called Le Clique. So the click, but it's called Le Clique. This is brand new that they have just released. This is, I think, one of their most like unique pieces that they have ever made. I really love this. I'm not someone who's like really into minimalism, as most of you know who support me. If you're new to my channel, I'm very much a maximalist. Like I love prints, I love colors, I love things that sparkle. But I think on the more minimalist end, Alaia is a brand that I really like. I love this. I think it's really great. It comes in suede. It also comes in leather. There is a really massive one. There's a medium one and there's a small one. I think in terms of euros, the euro pricing of the massive one is like 3,200 euros. The medium one, I forgot the price, but I think the small one is like 1,900. And like I said, it also comes in suede. The suede one is really cool. It has that more like earthy kind of sultry vibe, and the leather one I think is more minimalistic, more like city chic and more sleek looking as well. I really like this. I think this is a great option if you're someone who is a minimalist, and I think if you're like me, a maximalist, but you're looking for something more minimal, I think something like this is really cool. What I like about Alaia is they keep minimalism interesting. It's not just like a black bag or a neutral bag. It's like something oversized, or they play with texture. I think having this in suede is like a really great way to like play with texture as well. So this is new. This should be out already, available for purchase in all Alaia boutiques or department stores, wherever you can find Alaia. If any of you have seen this in person, do you like it? What are your thoughts on it? So this is new and it is coming very soon. Something else which is new, which has literally just been like announced, are the new watches from Cartier, which were unveiled at Watches and Wonders, which is a really famous like watch event that happens once a year. Now they like revealed a ton of new watches, targeting men and targeting women, but the one that I want to talk to you guys about is one that I already mentioned in the newsletter. It is of course the Zebra Panther watch. This is absolutely sensational. It has 398 diamonds on the case and on the bracelet. You can see that the dial of the watch is like a zebra print. It also has I think they're called Specitites, I think that's what they're called. It's also lacquered as well, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's obviously a pave piece. This is price upon request, so you're going to have to ask your Cartier CA how much this is. It is obviously going to be super pricey. It's probably a six-figure watch because it is completely pave and it's lacquered and it's covered in diamonds and Specitites as well. So this is obviously going to be super pricey. I think this is such a special piece. This is the piece that I think those of you who follow Watches and Wonders, when Cartier was revealing their pieces, many people on TikTok and Instagram were talking about this watch. This is absolutely gorgeous. The size of the watch is 36.5 millimeters. This is absolutely sensational, gorgeous, beautiful. I love it. I've already posted this on my Instagram, but I first showed this watch in the email newsletter. That's why I was saying it's really important for you guys to sign up to it. So I just thought it was just such a special piece, and I was like, oh my god, I love this, and I just had to show you guys. I would love to know what you think about this. I think it's so cool to do a zebra instead of doing like one of the big cats. So instead of doing like a panther, which would be, that's a little bit too on the nose, it's a bit too literal. I think it's really cool that they went for a zebra. That isn't like an animal that you instantly kind of connect to Cartier. Do you know what I mean? But I think it's really cool that they opted for that. Something else which is new, well, two new things basically, are the new releases from Moschino. There are two new bags that Moschino is pushing. They've been pushing them like lately, let's say for the past year. One's called the Tie Me bag, and then the other's called the Love Me bag. Now, Moschino's kind of, I think, been going through like a revamp. You know, Moschino's one of my favorite brands. I love the brand. I keep up to date with everything that they're up to. They're kind of going through like a revamp, and it's not as like it's not as like out there, I think, as it used to be, like in the past. Like in the past, the brand used to really, hang on a second. In the past, the brand used to really be like out there and be very like, you know, wild and crazy. It's a little bit more muted now, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I was speaking to a Glamazon who also likes Moschino, and I was trying to explain this kind of new era. The new era for Moschino feels like someone has turned the volume down so you can listen to a conversation. That's actually a good thing in my opinion, because they're bringing something different to the brand. And Moschino has so much to offer, and I feel like the brand is really slept on, because I think a lot of brands have benefited from Moschino's sense of humor. I think Loewe is a great example of this. Like Loewe, particularly like their footwear, they definitely have a Moschino vibe to their footwear, and I feel like Moschino is like the first brand to really do the whole humor thing in fashion. Anyway, they have these 2 new bags that are coming out. You'll tell me what you think about these bags. Do you think that they're interesting? The Tie Me bag, if I recall correctly, there was actually like a crystal version of this bag that I saw in the catwalk. I swear I saw this on their latest catwalk show, but I cannot find a picture. So I'm wondering if I like made it up in my head because there was like this crystal version of the bag, I swear. And I could not like find a picture to show you by the time I was like getting ready to film this. And then the Love Me bag is basically their heart bag reworked. You know that Moschino has had a long history creating heart bags from the time that Franco Moschino himself was running the brand. The heart is like one of Moschino's symbols. Moschino has a bunch of symbols: the bear, the heart, and the question mark. I think that the heart is like one of their like flagship icons of the brand. So this new Love Me bag is like the retool bag. It comes in leather. It also comes in suede. Again, I think using suede is such a cool, edgy thing to do. Like Alaia using suede for that bag, because I think suede just kind of makes things more, I think it makes something a little bit more interesting, because it's not that obvious to go for suede, if that makes sense. So I think it's really cool that they chose suede. So these are new. I just wanted to mention Moschino because I still feel like the brand is such a cool brand. I think it deserves so much more attention than it gets, and I think you see Moschino's influence a lot in fast fashion. Like Moschino was one of the first brands. Like remember when the whole inflatable sunglasses were happening at Loewe? Moschino had like inflatable earrings, they had like inflatable hearts and stuff. A lot of the fast fashion girls were like copying that trend. So they do set trends in a very unique way, but they don't get credit for it, which is unfortunate. So I wanted to bring these 2 new handbag styles to you guys and know your opinion. Those of you who live near a store, there's a really beautiful store in New York. I believe it's in Soho. It's the only boutique in America. The boutique in London is on Conduit Street, so it's actually close to Big H, New Bond Street. And then the flagship in France is in Paris on Rue Saint-Honoré, again, close to Big H. And then they also have obviously their flagship in their hometown of Milan as well in Italy. And there are tons of stores all over the world. But just pass by the store. Go have a look, you guys, at the store. Pass by and have a little look. In my experience, Moschino essays tend to get a lot of people who are just coming and looking, because people are very familiar with Franco Moschino's like contribution to the fashion industry. So a lot of the time, sometimes someone will just pop in and they want to see like the way the store is designed. I think Moschino has some of the best designed stores in the world. They are so intentional and thoughtful with the way they design stores. Pass by, pop in and have a look and see if you like anything. I think that their clothing is very well made as well. Another thing which is new-ish, it's like relatively new kind of. It came out last year. I still think it's worth us kind of talking about because I need to know what everyone thinks about this. I posted this on my Instagram, those of you who follow me on Instagram, but it's the Marqueterie Mini Kelly. There's a reseller who is selling this for 46,000 euros. Why? Okay. Big H Boo Boo, no one asked you for this. Okay, we did not ask for this. Okay, please create more exotics. We asked for those. Okay, this boo boo, no. I have no idea what they were thinking when they made this. The 24 on the horse, like the 24 jockey, like. I'm sorry guys, I'm not into horses. Frankly, I'm not really an animal person either, to be honest, but I don't know what that thing is called, but the 24 label, like on the horse, and it's like a horse that's like looks like it's racing or whatever. It's overkill. Come on, it's overkill. It's a little bit too on the nose, don't you guys think? I have no idea how much this is in the store. Again, I'm not. I don't want anyone to shout at me and have a moan, but this is like a mini Kelly that they made last year. So like I said, I'm putting it in the new releases because I have yet to see anyone post this on social media as something that they were like really excited to get offered. I'm really curious. Has anyone been offered this bag? If you have, do you know how much it is? I'm just curious. 46K in euros for this from a reseller? No. No. Okay, honestly, you can take those stacks, go to Louis Vuitton, go to Dior and get something like really, really cool from the exotic side and have change left over to, you know, shop at Cartier or Chopard or other places like that as well. No. Absolutely not. I need to know what you guys think about this. Again, Big H, boo, no one asked you for this. You gave the girls this, but we didn't ask for it. So why? Okay. I actually have a video of like new things that they have already released, already filmed that video. There are a lot of Big H videos if you like Hermes. So just go on my channel and have a look through and you can find some of the stuff that is like much newer than this, but I still wanted to mention it. The final thing that I wanted to show you that is part of new releases are these new Bulgari Serpenti Haya Turner watches, but they're like jewelry watches. So these are probably from the high jewelry line. These are brand new. You can order these with your Bulgari SA. So you'll let me know what you think about these. These are really, really interesting. When it pertains to Bulgari, I love the brand, but when it pertains to jewelry, I'm more into the B01 line, but I think the Serpenti line is obviously super beautiful and so gorgeous. These are very interesting. It's obviously part of the Serpenti line, but they look like they don't have like the really obvious snake like features, and I don't know whether that's like something they've done intentionally, maybe to bring in people who don't like snakes but who love Bulgari, which I understand. Snakes have different meaning in different cultures, and they mean different things to different people for spiritual reasons, religious reasons, cultural reasons, and so on and so forth. So I think this is such a cool idea. You still have that like snake influence of the Serpenti, but it's not as like obvious. So I think these are really beautiful. I mean, obviously so much work has gone into laying the gems for these pieces. So much handiwork has gone into laying down, you know, the diamonds and the gems and so on and so forth for the pave pieces. So I'd love to know what you think about this as well. What do you guys think about this format of luxury new releases where we talk about a wide range of houses and of brands? Do you like this? You let me know if you do. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. And also subscribe to the newsletter. You know, I really would just love to see you guys there. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok, same handle, Haya Glams on Lux, and I'm also on Facebook as Haya Glams. And you can just Google me on Facebook. You can search me up on Facebook, and you'll see my Facebook page. I update it often as well. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure you tell me everything that you think about all these new releases. And I'll see you very soon in my next video.